The family of Warrick Robert Stock, known publicly as DJ Warras, says the pain of losing him remains raw and deeply felt. Weeks after his death, they continue to navigate grief while also trying to understand a legal process that is unfamiliar, emotionally draining, and slow. On Tuesday, the case returned to the Johannesburg Magistrate's Court. It was a brief appearance, but one that carried heavy emotional weight for those seated in the public gallery, especially the family. DJ Warras was a DJ, a media personality, and a familiar presence in entertainment spaces. But to his family, he was simply Warrick, a brother, an uncle, a son, and a constant part of everyday life. His death has changed that life permanently. Victor Majola, the man accused of killing DJ Warras on December 16 in the Johannesburg CBD, appeared briefly before the magistrate. The appearance was expected to be his bail application. Instead, the state asked for the matter to be postponed. Majola was arrested on December 24 and has remained in custody since. The court granted the state's request, and the matter was postponed to January 13 for a formal bail hearing. To many observers, this may have looked like a routine court process, but for the Stock family, the experience was emotionally difficult and unsettling. DJ Warras' sister, Sh0ck, spoke to the media outside court shortly after the appearance. She described the experience as overwhelming and unexpected. "My heart's racing, I'll be honest with you, it's like a shock," she said. "I never expected it to be so short and quick, but I understand it must be the process. I'm not a prosecutor or an advocate, so I don't understand court proceedings." Her words reflected a reality faced by many families who suddenly find themselves inside the criminal justice system. Courtrooms have their own language, rhythm, and rules, and for those grieving, it can feel cold and confusing. Sh0ck explained that the court appearance came during a particularly painful period for the family. It followed their first festive season without DJ Warras. The holidays, which are usually a time of gathering and routine family moments, became a reminder of his absence. "We were all expecting that call to say, 'Are you home? What's for lunch?' and him coming in with the whirlwind, kissing everybody, hugging everybody," she said. That routine, she explained, was gone. "So yes, we missed him, we all missed him, the boys also miss him." Her comments highlighted something that often gets lost in legal updates and headlines: the ongoing, everyday impact of loss. The pain does not pause because a case is postponed. It continues quietly in homes and families. Sh0ck said the reality of her brother's death is becoming heavier with time. "It's real, it's now becoming more real. The void is real," she said. She explained that faith has become a source of strength for the family as they try to cope with both grief and uncertainty. She also made a public appeal for calm and restraint, urging people not to be driven by anger or revenge. "We need prayer, we need God, and we need love and support," she said. "Anger and revenge are not going to get us to where we need to be. We need to trust the process that's taking place right now." Inside the courtroom, the focus remained on procedure. During the proceedings, the magistrate asked about the condition of the accused while in custody. The court wanted confirmation that Majola had received medical attention. Majola confirmed that he had seen a doctor on Monday while being held at the Johannesburg Prison. His legal representative later alleged that Majola had been assaulted during his arrest and sustained injuries, and that medical care had only been provided days later. The court did not rule on those claims during this appearance. Majola's legal representative, Advocate Dumisane Mabunda, also addressed the court and the media. He stated that his client had instructed him to convey condolences to the Stock family. The message was not read aloud in court, and the magistrate did not comment on it. The legal process continued without focusing on that aspect. Mabunda also argued that the state does not have a strong case against his client. He maintained that there is no prima facie evidence directly linking Majola to the crime. He further stated that Majola has no previous convictions and was arrested at a known address. These arguments are expected to be presented more fully during the bail hearing scheduled for January 13. Initially, 2 people were arrested in connection with the murder of DJ Warras. However, only Majola has been charged. The second person, believed to be a woman, was released without appearing in court. For now, Majola remains an accused person. The court has not made any findings on guilt or innocence. That determination will depend on evidence presented during trial proceedings, which are still to come. As the legal process unfolds, the Stock family remains in a difficult position, waiting for answers while continuing to grieve. Each court date brings a mix of expectation and emotional strain. Outside the courtroom, DJ Warras' absence continues to be felt in the spaces he once occupied. In the music and media community, his name still comes up in conversation, often followed by silence. This case has drawn public attention, but for the family, it is not about headlines or public opinion. It is about a brother who is no longer there, a routine that has been broken, and a future that looks different than it did before December. The Johannesburg Magistrate's Court will hear the matter again on January 13, when the formal bail application is expected to proceed. Until then, the accused remains in custody and the family continues to wait. The justice system moves at its own pace, grief does not. For the Stock family, the focus remains on remembering Warrick's life while trusting the legal process to take its course. The case is ongoing and the outcome remains uncertain. What is certain is that a life was lost, and the impact of that loss continues long after each brief court appearance ends.